Hi guys, welcome back to MeadowGrove, and it has been a long time since we did a vlog, and quite a few things have changed. And yeah, so what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna briefly let you know what's been happening. So it's been about roughly over a year or so since I last did a vlog, and I'll tell you the reasons why. So the last video we did, I had shown that we'd just done some ploughing and we went down to Matt's yard, down the road, down to his contracting yard, and we were planning on videoing silage and that. Anyway, we had a really bad sort of spring in summertime, and we literally got basically next to no time really to film anything. And so yeah, we got next to no time doing anything. Then when I had a TB test on all my cattle, a lot of them were reactors, and unfortunately it had to be taken away. But we've got a few, they're out in the fields over there. Matt currently we won't be able to get Matt on the CB radio because we've both got CB radios in the tractors now, in all the tractors. Yeah, in all the tractors we're on the same channel, so we can chat to each other. But yeah, quite a few things have changed. I got rid of the New Holland combine, that is now gone. The Massey Ferguson 398T that Matt restored for me. Unfortunately, there was a barn fire, and it was in the barn that was behind the cow shed. Unfortunately, that caught fire with some straw. It was an arson raid, so unfortunately that's now gone. But it was replaced with the Massey Ferguson loader, which currently has the mower on. And there's a new addition. Obviously we had the Ford 7810 two-wheel drive. We've now got a TW10 two-wheel drive. The reason I got this sorry, excuse me is because it has obviously a little bit more horsepower, and can do a little bit more with it. And obviously the Lely is gone, and we've had to downsize to Class Jaguar 61. Does the job. Suits the Ford a little bit better as well. It's not really put under any strain. But yeah, so that's hooked up. So we're going to jump in the TW10. Fire up. We're going to head on down because we got some raking to do. But that's kind of filled you in of why there's not been any vlogs coming out from MeadowGrove, because a lot's been going on, and unfortunately not really had the time to record anything. But like I said, Matt's not here today. He's currently on holiday. He is coming back this week, hence why we're doing the grass cut. So like I said, as soon as he's back from holiday, he's going to come and do the trailers for me. Whilst I'm on the forager. But yeah, so that does mean that because I got rid of my harvester, Matt is now cutting all my arable crops. Which is good in a way, because he's obviously got the Massey Ferguson hats of the combine down his contractor's yard and a lot of bigger equipment. But yeah, so we're gonna head on down to this little, well, I say little, this big field. I have started raking already, but I did stop. We got the headlands done and we started on this. We hooked this up. Right. Let's turn her on. Right, and let's get raking. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to rake this field up. We'll get this done. and yeah, just have a general catch up of what's going on. So yeah, like I said, not really had a lot of time to record anything because of everything that's going on. So like I said, it's been about a year and a half almost, you know, since we last did a vlog on the farm. Obviously, if you didn't already watch the previous videos, we actually moved from the family farm of Shamrock to here. Times were really tough, so I've had the last, you know, year or so hasn't exactly been ideal. Yeah, it hasn't really been exactly ideal. Like I said, this tractor obviously offers a lot more horsepower to things, so that I can take this out on slightly bigger stuff than the 7810 could, so I traded her in for this. But yeah, unfortunately, the Lady Storm went. Reason being is it was slightly too powerful for the 8210, and sometimes you'd be going up hills and it would struggle, like it would really badly struggle, and it was causing me issues, put it that way. You did say we were going up hills over the road when I was doing some grass fields for Matt, since it was on his land, but he wanted me to have the grass. He knew how, you know, bad the grass was. You know, it was really struggling, and I think it kept, like, where it didn't have enough horsepower, the grass would come out of the chute and actually just stop. Right, it would just come out and fall short of the trailer at points. 8210's also had a repaint, if you didn't already notice. Had a bit of a touch up over the winter period, as it is the most used tractor. From what I know, Matt's got a new tractor coming as well, down to his contracting yard at the end of this week. Whether it be on the trailers or not, I don't know, but at the moment this is probably going to be on the trailers. That's that. Alright, what we'll do is, that bit there is fine. So what we have to do, guys, is leave one width there, and then once the foragers come down the side and picked up one of the sides, then rake it across. It works, you know. The Jaguar obviously isn't new either, guys. It is an old piece of kit. I gotta put the additive barrel on it before we start the silage. I'm gonna go up this little bit. Yeah, the additive barrel's got to be added to the front. Just in case we get some really hot days and the grass needs to have lubricant on it to keep it cool. But yeah, it was unfortunate that the 698 went up in flames in the barn fire, but unfortunately I couldn't do anything about it. It had a bale trailer on, so we lost the bale trailer as well, unfortunately, but not a lot I could do, I'm afraid. At least the police did find who did it, and they were charged, so I guess that's a positive outcome, but it did leave me a tractor down for a period of time. But the T-Dub gets the jobs that I wanted to do done. Right, we are waiting to plant the maize crop. Matt's going to come up with his seeder and do it. As he's the local contractor and we don't have seed drill or nothing, like a maize drill or nothing, so you'll be up with that as well after the grass, which should be brilliant. Get the crop, because there's obviously a crop growing over there. That's some spring barley, I believe, that Matt planted, because I've let him have that field. Right, to plant in this year because it needed a crop rotation. I'd also like to thank Matt Stimming World for still agreeing to post our vlogs on the channel, because he's been very patient. You know, I explained to him about what's happened and how Matt was helping me through everything down at MH Contracts down the road, and yeah, they were kind enough to say, you know, take your time and you can still upload videos to the channel. But it's nice to actually be back out with the GoPro and recording. We ain't got much grass left out here to rake up, which is good. We won't be getting any grass in on this video because, like I said, Matt's on holiday, gotta wait for him to come back. I think he's coming back tomorrow, so he can't obviously come and do the wagons for me. If you've, you know, followed the vlogs, you know, I know it's over a year or so ago now, but if you did watch them, then you know that I'm literally on my own. And I rely on MH Contracts for everything. That's why we've got the same channel CBs in our cabs now. Just, you know, especially when it comes to recording with the GoPro. Obviously I can't pick them up on Bluetooth. So it's a lot easier having CB. We got to pick up a power harrow as well from the store in the coming days. Probably pick it up after silage now. Silage most important. Reason being is we lost obviously that small Lempton cultivator that I used to have. Obviously that used to be kept in that barn as well with the straw, and obviously that went as well. So it wasn't a good year. It's not been a good year. We've had to downsize from the family farm to an even smaller farm. Lost the cattle, lost the tractor in a barn fire, as well as various different implements. It's just been manic, absolute manic. Right, we got this bit and then that little bit over in the corner. See any bits like that that's left, you know, like that with the forager. When we come out and get this in, this will probably be the first field. This will probably be the field that we record in, because it's a slightly bigger one and requires less concentration, to be honest. Right, so we can actually do this without causing any issues, hopefully. Alright, one more swath and that is it. We have done the raking in this field. We'll take the tractor back, park it back up in the sheds, and we'll hop in the mower and we'll go and open up, you know, another field. Right. What we're going to do actually is we'll leave the rake in the field, because obviously we've got that section up here to do. This section here. Is there any way? What I'll do is line the rake up. Actually might be able to get some of the grass out of this already. Keep it away from there. Right, that'll do. So if we turn this off, we will fold it up just to keep that out of the way, and we'll dump it here. And we shall head on back to the yard. The soft's looking pretty good as well. Done amount of grass out here. At least we got the weather now. So we'll leave that there. See, that's all done. Let's open her up. But yeah, this tractor is most likely to be on the trailers. I have got, from Matt has kindly let me borrow his classic tractor that he, well, you can call it a classic tractor because of the age of it, but it's a Case Magnum 7120, I think. He kindly let me borrow it. Just for normal yard work, so I was getting the ground ready and that for the maize, and also I was spreading slurry. Right, let's then park this up, parked around by the other fort. Park it up in here, engine off. But yeah, so that's the T-dub. 8210's ready to go on the forager. As you can see, it's had 4 new wheels put on it, but they're aftermarket wheels. They are going to be spray painted red. There's the case that Matt's very kindly let us borrow. There's the wagons, obviously. The Abbey sitting nice over there, but we're going to take the Massey. And we're just going to go and open up the field around the corner. this one just here. There's a pretty good crop of grass out here. As you can see, it's pretty long. We've had quite a lot of fertiliser out here as well. I'm going to crack on with this. It's a tight corner, that is. Especially when you've got the forager on. So we'll keep that sort of there. But yeah, so what we've done, guys, since also recording wise, is swap to the GoPro rather than just a normal video camera, because we can actually, obviously, a little bit more high tech. You could say, which is obviously what you want. Not only that, is that obviously it's easier for me and Matt to CB between each other now. When he's available, and when I've got the GoPro with me, there's no point, obviously, for small jobs. But let's pick it up now. It's going to be getting near harvest time as well soon. So once it gets to harvest time, we'll go down and record some of Matt's, what Matt's doing. The only tractor that hasn't got CB in is this one, but it is being installed probably on days to come, I expect. It's got it, just hasn't. I haven't installed it yet. So, it will be done. It is on the to-do list. But I had to get out here and cut the grass, because I want to get, obviously, that big field. There's two fields over there as well. This field, the one over behind that hedge. So that'll be all done. And there's another, and there's where we just were while we were raking, the two fields next to that as well needs to be cut. So we've got loads of grass, but obviously it's all. Matt said that he can come over and contract the traders, he can be the carter, until I got no one else to do it. And as we're such good mates and that, he'd do it. So, but again, guys, apologies that the vlogs hasn't been out, but what can you do? There's no point showing you the bad times, because I've been in quite a bad place, right, for the past couple of months, for obvious reasons. Matt's been able to help me through everything, and the farm is now back on its feet, really. The cows are out, TB free for now. Fortunately, you can't do anything about that. It's one of those things. They're depending on when Matt makes himself free to come and do the traders. He does know he has to come up within the next sort of 3 days to do it, because obviously this grass is to be in. Like I said, I think he's back either tonight or tomorrow morning. He may even come out tomorrow evening to get, the small fields in, or to start getting the small fields in. But like I said, we'll probably do the recording in the big field, because we're getting that on the CB, and at least the GoPro picks up, obviously, the voice coming out of the speaker or the CB. one more. So that'd be 4 rounds plus the back swath, back headland swath. That'd be 5, which is perfect. Birds get out of the way. You don't want to see that's another issue, because you know the weather's so good right now. The birds are actually in the grass, because the grass is quite long, and unfortunately I have ran over a rabbit with the mower in the small fields just across the road, and I have hit a bird with the mower as well, but unfortunately that can't be helped. They don't move, you know. It cannot be helped, unfortunately. This field is a very small field, so it wouldn't. See, this would be the sort of field that we get in first if Matt decides to come down after he gets back from holiday tomorrow evening. But obviously he's got a family, so I don't really want, you know, to drag him away from his family straight away. And obviously, you know, he's got a business of himself to run. He's a contractor, so unfortunately. But it is almost lunchtime, so what we'll do is do a few more of these, and then I'll probably won't pack the mower up. You know, I'll just walk back to the yard. It's just there. Walk back now for dinner. Send Matt a text as well to let him know that, you know, 3 fields are now raked up, and soon to be 4 mown. So obviously the rake starts staying in the other field until we actually start picking it up. So again, more vlogs will be coming out now over the next, you know, 6 months. Now that the farm's in a better place. Obviously if there's any bad times, obviously I'll keep the vlogs going through it this time, now that I'm back, as it were. Matt's been fine and wanting to do videos, but he says he doesn't want to you know, leave me out. He's obviously got like short videos on his phone of contracting jobs he's done. He said he went down past the old Shamrock farm the other day, and apparently half the land is now got some houses on it. So I take it the owner that bought it off of me, so the current owner, really didn't want to do much farming. So when Matt told me that the other week, I wasn't exactly pleased. But what can you do? What can you do? It's not your. Unfortunately, the family farm is not anymore. Hopefully, this one we'll see. I will see out until the end of my days. But who knows? So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to get to the end of this swath and turn the mower off, so I'll obviously go home and cook me dinner and that. So what we'll do is turn the mower off, lower it down, lower that down as well. We'll lower the front loader down to it takes the, not too far, takes the weight off the hydraulics, turn it off. But yeah, anyway guys, I'm going to turn the GoPro off and obviously get going for lunch. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you do, be sure to like the video and subscribe to Matt's Demon World, where the video is hosted, and I appreciate the host from Matt's Demon World. And until then guys, bye for now.